Greetings, welcome to Mass Effect 2, Legendary Edition. Last episode, we started Project Firewalker and we got the Hammerhead vehicle. Then we talked to our companions and that's pretty much it. That's all we could accomplish. And I mean, this game has a lot of companions, so I figured it's better to talk to everybody after every mission, and especially the new ones. They're gonna have stuff to say in the beginning, so that's why it kind of feels like we're not getting much done in the space of one episode. But anyway, let's stop complaining and let's start doing things, because time is short as it is. So how about we see what else we can do? I think we're done with this system. We had the fire system where we have Zaeed's mission, but we're not gonna do that today, because if I remember correctly, Zaeed's mission
fuel at 1/2 capacity.
I think it needs a lot of Paragon at some point in order to get his loyalty, and I don't know exactly how much do I need. I mean, Paragon and Renegade were changed for this game. It's not like in the first game where we had Charm and Intimidate. I think that now it's like a combination between like how much Paragon you have and the difference between how much Paragon and Renegade you have. So it's like an average between the two, I think. So I'm gonna wait on missions like that. Maybe. So, Polino. A relatively small hydrogen-helium gas giant, Polino remains undeveloped while its sister planet Metaponto garners all the attention. This was not always the case. In 2180, news stories seeded throughout the extranet claimed that Element 0 was being found on Polino's moons in record loads. This turned out to be a scam spread by the Duna Workum Consortium, an Elcor corporation trying to scare up investors. After a small fleet of space probes scouted the area, the hype quickly deflated and the myth only persists now in unwanted extranet email messages. Interesting. I never knew the Elcor were cunning. It's a poor planet. I mean, if the Elcor had to speak in order to scam someone, they would have figured it out, because they would have explained probably that they're scamming them. Involuntary. Okay, enter orbit in the next planet. Metaponto, we read about that. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Metaponto has developed a helium-free fueling station funded by Elcor business interests who hope to bring enough attention to the system to attract terraforming investors and thus eventually develop Volturno as a habitable world. Thus far, they have met with little success. Okay, so this must be a Elcor system.
Probe away.
They seem to have a big influence here. Let's get more fuel and a few probes. Next planet should be this. Volturno. A so-called super Earth, Volturno is home to organic life, but it's nevertheless uninhabitable for the near future. Currently in an ice age, most of the planet from the latitude of 30 degrees north or south is a frozen wasteland, and so most organic life, limited to algae and lichens, resides near the equator. The strong gravity prevents any sapient species but Elcor from thriving on the planet, and the Elcor cannot breathe the planet's atmosphere, which contains lethal amounts of carbon dioxide in addition to its oxygen. Small packs of Vorcha squatters are attempting to take the planet for themselves illegally, but most of them live miserable existences in the planet's crushing gravity and die from falls and medical complications. Only terraforming on a massive scale would turn Volturno into a habitable world, and the Elcor lack the political capital with the Citadel Council to begin such an effort. So that's why they're scamming people. I guess. Well, at least they have good resources. Okay. So this is the Aquila system. Lepini, a hydrogen methane gas giant Lepini and its moons have been cursorily scanned by space probes and found to have little in the way of rare resources. The galaxy at large considers it unremarkable. Okay, for planet.
Probe launched.
For resources. And the last planet should be Vecchio. Is a moderately sized terrestrial world with a thin, hot atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Initial surveys found trace amounts of iridium but little else of interest in the silicate desert sands that cover much of the surface of the planet. On a recent tour, the Alliance surveyor's ship Kupi discovered a group of partial graves hidden in the equatorial mountain ranges. The ancient skeletons in the burial sites are obviously humanoid but incomplete and poorly preserved, which has made them difficult to identify. Fragments of primitive ceramic grave goods were also found nearby. This raises further questions about who once traveled to this inhospitable planet, since the closest garden world, Volturno, has no intelligent life. Human universities are planning further archaeological investigations. Interesting. Maybe some Protheans decided to hide here. It's a rich planet. So maybe they found some resources. Okay. That's about it for this system. We'll leave the Faya system alone for now. So what should we do today? We can recruit the Warlord, the Hourglass Nebula, the Convict. Oh, we opened up a lot of... Should we continue with Firewalker? We have a few of them. The Hawking Eta, the Keelstone Rift. Well, it's either another side quest or maybe a main one. Let's see this artifact collection in the Hawking Eta cluster. I think we've been to the Hawking Eta, right? In the previous game. Test Hub, the first and larger of the two gas giants in the Hawking Eta gateway system. Test Hub is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. The brown and orange coloration in its upper cloud decks are caused by the upwelling of sulfur from lower levels of the atmosphere.
Probe launched.
Gathered some resources. And this must be the second gas giant. Hebat is a methane ammonia ice giant. When Heavy Metals Exo Mining of China won the bidding rights to develop the moon of Presrop in the Century system, it began by establishing helium-free refueling facilities on Hebat. The station, completed this year, is considered a model facility by the executives of the state-run company. Though the station produces more than enough fuel to supply the HMEC ships running to and from Century, it has a crew of only a dozen for maintenance and oversight. Nearly all day-to-day operations are automatic.
Launching probe.
There we go. And yeah, the moon of Presrop, that was when in Mass Effect 1, where the Geth heretics, I think there was a Geth base on that moon, if I remember correctly. Maybe let's check out this system. We have 4 systems here actually. Interesting. How about we check out Schwarzschild first? Maybe we'll find a mission here too. Okay, this is a big system. It's a big star. There we go. Rihali is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is notable because none of its moons is larger than 12 kilometers in diameter, a rare trait among the Carter gas giant of the galaxy. Charted, actually, not Carter.
Launching probe.
Okay. Next planet. It's a gas giant. Maybe. Linosa is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is surrounded by several thin rings of debris. Analysis of this debris has been difficult due to its extreme age and fragility, but several apparently nano-manufactured materials have been identified. The leading theory is that the inhabitants of Etamis mined the atmosphere for helium-free. That would make sense. Okay. 50%. We have 2 more planets. Nothing on Etamis. Etamis is a superterrestrial world, a third larger than Earth. It is in a post-garden state that clearly shows evidence of attack from space. While now waterless, The shores of former oceans show patterns of cratering too regular to be anything but saturation bombardment by a dreadnought-class kinetic weapons, although it is unclear how most of the atmosphere has been lost. I feel like that is a Reaper. Archaeologists have found little of note. It appears that all settled regions were touched by the global bombardment. The few relics found suggest an advanced spacefaring culture thrived on the world somewhere between from 20 and 40 million years ago. The level of antiquity makes it impossible to estimate the world's former population or guess whether it was the race's homeworld or a colony. I mean, I feel like if the council, took a look at the codex or, at the history of some planets, they maybe would have seen the pattern of destruction. I guess they just assumed that wars between these civilizations happened instead of, the Reapers.
Probe away.
Okay. Last planet here. Atahil. A typical Venusian greenhouse world, Atahil is only of note for a few scattered craters. Though flattened by millions of years of high pressure, the marks of orbital bombardment strikes are unmistakable. It is generally accepted among academics that whoever hailed from or settled Schwarzschild's second planet, Etamis, must have had outposts on Atahil as well, and they were attacked as well by the Reapers as well.
Probe away.
The data is patterned, but nobody wants to look at it, apparently. Let's stop by Schwarzschild again to get a few more probes, since we're gonna do all the systems. So the Century system, we have an asteroid belt. Taropto is a typical ice gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in its atmosphere. It has over 100 moons and an extensive ring system composed of pulverized rock, presumably the debris from shattered moons.
Probe launched.
Okay. %25 of the system. Contra, a terrestrial world of average size. Contra's atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of calcium. Aside from some spectacular formations of water ice at the poles, the planet has little to recommend it.
Probe launched.
Well, it had a lot of minerals at least. 50%. Is there something in the asteroid belt, maybe? I don't think so, because there's 2 more planets. Clan Dagon, I think we read about this in the first Mass Effect game. This must be the planet with the... The geological record suggests it is the result of a glancing blow by a mass accelerator round of unimaginable destructive power. I mean, they changed the look of the planet.
Probe launched.
We can't really see it from space anymore, I guess. But yeah, again, very clear signs of war. And only Reapers have that kind of technology to do so much damage. Tamahera has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is icy and composed of sodium oxide with deposits of calcium. Yeah, I think we read about this as well.
Launching probe.
Alright, that's 100%. And we're gonna go to Verr. Serao is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. Its most obvious features are a pair of gigantic storm cells, one in the northern hemisphere and one in the south. While richer in helium-3 than Alusa, the difficulties of extraction from Serao's gravity well and stormy atmosphere led to the other gas giant's development. Serao has over 80 moons ranging from a radius of 50 to 2,000 kilometers. The Asari Tersicore Council has established an observation post on one of the larger moons to study the planet's twin storm systems.
Probe launched.
Well, it didn't have a lot of resources. Next planet. It's probably another gas giant. Alusa is a small dense ice giant with high concentration of water, ammonia, and methane. A few automated helium-free fuel stations have been established to refuel the ore freighters shuttling to and from Korang.
Launching probe.
And 66%. Korang, we have the Firewalker artifact collection.
Anomaly detected.
Okay. Initial surveys of Korang noted its high density and active plate tectonics, suggesting a high internal heat fueled by a greater than normal concentration of heavy elements and radioactives. Early test scores proved the mineral richness of the world, but distance from the mass relay in the Century system made it unprofitable to develop until late 2183. The atmosphere is a smog of methane, ammonia, and water vapor, a so-called primordial soup similar to the conditions of early Earth. However, there is no evidence of life developing on Korang's surface beyond the level of simple dextroamino acids. The minimal energy input of the red dwarf Verr have created an energy starved surface environment, though the planet's volcanism does hold open some possibility for subterranean development. Okay. And we have the anomaly, and it's a rich planet. That's good. Where is this? All the way on the other side.
Probe launched. I have found something.
Okay, anomaly detected. Scans have found locations matching the description of Dr. Case's survey sites. Exploring the sites could reveal valuable mission data. Warning: Geth presence detected on planet surface. Use extreme caution. Noted. I guess I don't know if it's gonna be what kind of mission it's gonna be. Is it just Is it just a hammerhead mission, or are we gonna get out of the vehicle? Oh, I remember this one. We got Geth.
Scanning for mission objectives.
Whoa.
Mission objectives located.
Well, the Geth are disintegrated here. Yes, it's not on this side. Yeah, I mean, I guess I do prefer the hammerhead just because of the speed and maneuverability. And we got seeking missiles, which helps a lot. We don't have to be super accurate like with the Mako, but I mean the Mako
detected.
I would feel safer in the Mako. Good thing we have cover in these missions. Okay, nice and slow. 1v1 though, I don't know who will win. The Mako versus the Hammerhead. I know you can't really lose in the Hammerhead. I mean, you can't really die because you're just gonna run away. Because you have the agility and the speed. But without cover, the Mako's gonna do some damage. Any more? Geth. Got something here.
Acquired.
So what is the actual quest? The Geth were apparently searching for research data. The data cannot be decrypted without a series of codes which lie scattered about the area. Right, this is it. Search the planet for Dr. Case's 5 remaining survey sites and recover the data within. Okay. I saw something. What was this planet anyway? Junkyard? It looks like a junkyard now. See, I mean, you can do a lot of... You don't have to worry about aiming, and you can maneuver really well. What's over here? Nothing? Guess we gotta go down here.
Warning. Geth forces detected.
I see that. I also see some minerals here or whatever. Oops. They can't even touch you in the hammerhead. If you're smart about it, if you're want to engage them, that's your problem. Where is this? Oops. Don't fall in the
Extraction complete.
acid. Is it doing any damage? This lava, what the hell is this? Whatever it is, it's probably super toxic. Another data package here.
Acquired.
Alright. Very conveniently placed. Debris. We can go two ways. This looks like the official road.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
Okay. They can't shoot here. Nice and slow. That was it. All right. Where's the package?
Acquired.
Okay. has a VI that talks to you. Unlike the Mako. Okay, I guess there was nothing on this side. Whoa. More toxic water. What's this?
Extraction complete.
Okay. Ah, there's another artifact.
Geth dropship detected.
They need a lot of rockets to die. I feel like the Mako did more damage. Here we are.
Acquired.
Anything else in the area? Oops. Whoa. This is not... Is there gonna be anything around here? No resources, nothing? Okay. Oops.
Warning. Geth forces detected.
What? Ah, they're up here. Okay. Well, I can't shoot them from here. Guess I have to go back. All the way to the ramp there. Can't climb through here. Alright. Let's take the high road. Whoa. Okay. That was cool. A little scary.
Extraction complete.
So, Oops. I think this is the only cover. Okay. Are you not done yet? I'm coming over. Whoa. It's over here. Aha.
Extraction complete.
Yeah, I mean, overall, not my favorite missions, these. I mean, they're a nice little mini game, I guess, to break up the standard gameplay.
Acquired.
But I feel like, you know, they're not,
Mission objectives completed.
it's not like there's too many of them for you to get bored or annoyed with them. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Data recovered from planet's surface. Historically significant artifacts recovered. Dr. K's location not found among recovered data. Geth presence on the planet eradicated. Got some resources. Any messages?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you, Kelly. Let's see. Oh, a lot of messages. You're alive? From Mom? So I have to find out my child is alive firsthand from the Alliance brass? Where the hell have you been? I figure whatever you're doing is classified, likely part of your Spectre operations. Just stay safe out there and keep doing your mom proud. And sneak something through a secure channel next time. Love, your mother, Captain Hannah. Shepard doesn't really... He reads the mails but doesn't answer anyone. A gift of words from Consort Shaira. Aha. Commander, I thought that my gift of words had been incorrect, an embarrassing notion, but my contacts tell me you yet survive. I am pleased to hear that your journey continues through, though I sense that you head toward an even... What? Though I sense that you head toward an even deeper darkness. When you fought Saren, only your resolve was tested, but now I fear you cannot rely only on your own strength. Take whatever steps you must to ensure that those battling at your side fight with clear minds and glad hearts. Be well, Consort Shaira. In other words, do the damn loyalty missions, because otherwise you're gonna lose companions. You and Garrus are alive? From Dr. Chloe Michelle, dear Commander Shepard. I was relieved to hear that you were alive. I was devastated to hear that of the destruction of the Normandy and those people who don't make it off in time. After you went missing and were presumed dead, I feared I'd never see you or Garrus ever again. You and he did so much to help clean up the wards when you are hunting for Saren. The galaxy needs more people like you, and I'm glad that you're still here to protect those of us who've grown to depend upon both of you. Is Garrus with you? Not really. Not yet anyway, by any chance. After being so happy to hear of your survival, I wondered if perhaps he might have ended up with you. I left a few messages on his public accounts, but you know how he is about checking his mail, and I don't think the com address I had for him works anymore, because he hasn't returned my calls, always so busy on his grand crusades, his great passion that he focuses on them to the exclusion of anything or anyone else. Anyway, if you know where he might be, I would really love to hear from him. Or both of you could come by next time you're near the Citadel. Thanks, Dr. Michelle. Interesting. Dr. Michelle might be fond of Garrus, and not just because he saved her life. Artifacts cataloged. From Project Firewalker, the artifacts you gathered might give us a lead on a larger Prothean site. They have incredible value for historians and might be instrumental in building our understanding of the Prothean legacy. Excellent work in mitigating the Geth presence, Commander. We will keep you apprised of further Geth activity should it threaten mission integrity. Okay. We had a few messages.
That Kasumi is an interesting addition to the crew. I can see why she's good at her work. She never reveals anything meaningful about herself. It's all on the surface. It'll be a challenge getting to know who she really is. Anyway, what's up?
I guess so.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Not really.
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
And you should watch your pockets. She has this invisibility cloak. She's probably following me right now. Through the CIC. Joker, my guy. Nothing? Really?
Minor spike in the primary core, compensating.
Okay. Let me open the window for you. It's a little stuffy in here.
Take a hollow, it'll last longer.
Okay. Anything to say?
Commander.
The squad?
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Zaeed is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone, like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Okay.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Shh.
Joker?
I can tell when it's listening.
I am always listening, Mr. Moreau.
I know.
Okay.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Edie,
Yes, Shepard.
I guess you don't have anything new for now.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
I mean, should we talk to everyone again? Let's try. Jacob was really pissed last time because we asked him about his ex.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I feel like we talked about these.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Yeah, he's still a little pissed. No upgrades.
Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Sorry, have done what I can. Focusing on studying collector tech now.
Okay.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Perhaps later, trying to determine how Scale H got onto Normandy. Sexually transmitted disease only carried by Verr. Implications unpleasant. Anything else?
Ooh, yikes.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Who the hell? Huh. My money's on that sergeant guy. Or Kelly, maybe.
No messages for you, Commander.
She's a little freaky. Or this wannabe Presley guy. Could be anyone, really. Maybe we should all get vaccinated or something. You guys, nothing? How's your baby? Let's talk to Kasumi.
There you are.
Did you hear about the Verr disease?
One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way.
I hope she's not a Verr.
I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
Well, maybe you should ask him instead of spying on him.
Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit.
So you're following everybody.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay, we asked about the painting last time. Let's ask about the books.
Don't laugh, I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. Keiji used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal.
Cool. I'm gonna have a drink. You want one? Shepard's brand new liver is being put to the test. You know, Shepard, you didn't used to drink so much back in the day. Guess dying puts things in perspective. Okay, who's next? You guys, which one you got?
Thank you, Commander. Rupert put the new supplies to good use.
Was it Rupert? Did you get nasty with the Verr?
How can I help you, Commander?
You have everything you need.
Absolutely. Since you set up my kitchen with proper supplies, thanks again.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Okay. Doc.
How may I help you, Commander?
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Shepard's scars feel like they're healing up a little bit already. Miranda, let's talk to her. She probably doesn't have anything. Like Jacob.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah, you're always working. Like, just send the elusive man the videos. He doesn't need to know everything in writing as well. Zaeed, still didn't clean your room. I have to take care of everything here. Is it so hard to push 2 buttons, really?
Back for another lesson. I knew this girl once, Asari, good head on her shoulders. We had this whole thing going, until she sold me out to the blood pack.
Damn.
Put a sour note on the relationship.
I'd say so.
Doesn't matter who you are. You got a gun in your face, chances are good you'll do what the other man says. Only 2 types don't buckle at that point. Trained killers and psychopaths. A lot of people can't tell the difference.
Well, which one are you?
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
What are you doing here? You're smoking a cigar and you have 3 knives. Okay. I think we asked about these 2 things. Yeah, we got Jessie.
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call her Jessie. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
I love that the only time he gets sentimental is about a gun. I mean, every other character has like daddy issues and all kinds of issues. Zaeed is just straight up just badass. Unless it's about the gun.
I was down and out when I found that gun. Jessie was the first weapon I got my hands on. Took her everywhere. She didn't have much punch, but reliable as all hell. She'd already been through a lot by the time I got her. Still, I never had to re-sight her once.
Well, that's great.
Good rifle. I remember Jessie's first kill. Turian arms dealer out of Omega. I ran through miles of filth and rust to hunt him down. When I finally cornered him, that gun was caked in 2 inches of the foulest sludge you can imagine. But Jessie wanted that Turian dead, so 2 shots. And he died right there.
Jessie's like an actual sentient being for him.
I killed my way across the terminus systems with that gun. Seemed like Jessie wanted to kill more than I did. Bloodthirsty old bitch. I owe half my reputation to that weapon right there. Anytime someone calls me ruthless, relentless, they're talking about that rifle.
Well, that's good to know.
I don't take Jessie into battle anymore. I had to retire her about 5 years ago. I was hunting down this Batarian slaver. Forgot his name. Not important.
Yeah.
Carved my way through 100 Batarian mooks. I don't remember ejecting a clip once. Jessie just kept firing. Reached the slaver and he got in my face, so I went to blow him away and nothing. The old bitch had finally jammed.
Damn.
So I smashed his face in with the butt of the gun and called in the job. With that, Jessie couldn't be fixed. Nothing anyone could do. Like she'd finally had enough blood and was ready to rest. Been resting ever since.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jessie. I guess. I mean, were there thermal clips back then? I thought they were a pretty new thing. Back then, guns just fired and they overheated. Anyway, after that nice story about Jessie,
I hear that Rupert is actually cooking some good meals lately.
Yeah, right. That scunner couldn't serve a good haggis if his life depended on it.
But all haggis tastes like ass anyway.
Aye, but in the right hands, it could taste like mighty fine ass.
Well, a connoisseur, Mr. I guess Donnelly is from Scotland, and he would know. The core is doing well, hopefully. Alright, well, I don't feel like there's any time left in this episode. I guess we can only fit in one mission if we do 1 hour episodes. So let's feed the fish and end the episode for today. Next time we'll try something else instead of the Firewalker project. Maybe we'll do another main mission, or we'll find something by exploring. But for now, thank you for watching and farewell.